Right now, the health directors in the Kansas City Metro say the COVID-19 virus is out of control. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kelly Eckerman.
And I'm Laura Morris. They say it's time to reinforce and, in one case, reimpose some restrictions. This comes as both Kansas and Missouri continue to add thousands of new cases a day. KMBC 9's Michael Mahoney starts our team coverage. Michael?
Laura, you're right, as you say. This is a joint statement from the Metro's health directors, and it says that these are recommendations, not orders, but the intent is try to put them on the books.
In a moment? Okay.
According to the Mid-America Regional Council, things are going the wrong way. The area is averaging over 600 new cases a day, more than 4,000 a week. The letter says COVID-19 transmission cannot continue to rage out of control in our community.
We think we're in trouble. All you have to do is look at the curve.
Steve Stite to the KU Health System. Among the recommendations, consistent face mask mandates, limits on gatherings, limits on crowds at youth sporting events, and most controversial, closing the bars and restaurants at 10.
When you have the crowds and you're asking people not to gather with that many people and they won't wear the masks, there has to be something done.
The other major worry, staffing and the supply of open beds at hospitals. The blue section on this pie chart, the standard hospital patients in beds. The yellow, patients in COVID beds. And that red space, available beds.
It's a struggle sometimes every day, and we particularly are having challenges with staffing in our ICU.
Mark Steele at Truman. Again, these are suggestions, not orders. For now.
Some may even make changes today, but I think probably early next week, I would see us coming out with some stronger recommendations.
Kansas City Health Director Rex Archer there predicting that there'll be a move on that at City Hall as the health directors from around the metro in a joint statement say that the transmission of the virus here is now out of control and it's time to call for action and some more restrictions. Michael Mahoney, KMBC 9 News.
All week, the positivity rate in both Kansas and Missouri has seen increases. In Missouri, the number has now climbed to 23.9%. In Kansas, it's 20.2%.
Leaders in Johnson County, Kansas are considering new guidelines to curb spread of COVID-19. They're holding a special session this afternoon to discuss recommendations from local health officials and school administrators. And KMBC 9's Bianca Beltran has been keeping watch on that conversation, and she's joining us from Olathe. Bianca?
And right now, the board is hearing public comment on a proposed order that would continue a mask mandate in Johnson County, as well as social distancing in public. It would also require bars and restaurants to close at 11 o'clock through January 31st. Now, this is under consideration right now. They're hearing public comment, and this comes as the health department reports a drastic rise in positive COVID cases over the past few weeks. This chart shows the positivity rate reported today, 15.4%. Last month, that number was below 6%. And this afternoon, the Board of Commissioners heard from representative of local hospitals who said they are facing challenges with capacity and staffing. The superintendent of Shawnee Mission School District also said they're facing tough decisions as they face staffing challenges due to COVID-19 as well.
We're at a precipice and concerned that if we don't slow what's happening over the last 3 weeks, we will be at a position where we won't be able to take care of everybody.
We have two issues that we're dealing with. One has to do with health. The other one has to do with having enough staff to run the school. And once you start to run out of staff to effectively run the school, especially in an age of COVID-19 where you have to follow certain protocols with fidelity, you now have to potentially begin to make some difficult choices about what comes next.
I heard Mike talk about a recommendation to close bars and restaurants at 10 o'clock. That was part of the original proposed order by the health official in Johnson County today, but that received some pushback from commissioners who suggested moving that back to 11 o'clock. The original order also recommended a gathering limit of 50 people and or a capacity of 50%. And that would exclude businesses that could provide a safety plan, providing some flexibility. But again, the discussion is continuing here this afternoon as they receive public comment before moving forward. Reporting live in Olathe, I'm Bianca Beltran, KMBC 9 News.
Also this afternoon, the State Finance Council voted to extend the statewide disaster declaration through December 15th. This also extends the statewide mask mandate.
A new health order is now in effect in Douglas County, Kansas. All gatherings are now limited to 15 people. That's down from 45. Anyone older than 5 will still be required to wear masks in all indoor spaces. Health officials say the changes are needed because people are letting their guard down and coronavirus cases are spiking as a result. Students in the Independent School District are getting an extended Thanksgiving break. The superintendent says the district won't have school on the Monday or Tuesday before the holiday, November 23rd and 24th. School leaders already plan to be off the rest of the week. Early education, kids safari, and all programming will be closed. School will start back up the following Monday, November 30th.
We're learning new details about how the University of Kansas Health System is freeing up bed space. Each department is now being asked to delay 1 or 2 non-critical procedures a day. This is a different approach than what doctors did in the spring when they postponed all non-essential surgeries and procedures during the lockdown. They say this will free up beds, but they don't feel good about it.
This is rationing of care, and we don't feel good about that. And the rationing of care we did back in March was more emergent, and that was a problem, but it deferred care, and there were people that didn't get necessary screening procedures or their cancers diagnosed, and it created a big rush after that, and we were extremely busy through the summer and through our entire first quarter, and we continue to be very busy. But we just shifted our thinking a little bit.
At the University of Kansas Health System, 3 patients have died due to COVID-19 just within the past 24 hours. Right now, 67 COVID patients are in the hospital, 22 are in the ICU.
As Johnson County, Kansas deals with a surge of coronavirus cases, it's taking a toll on contact tracing. KMBC 9's Emily Hallwick spoke with the health department about the challenges they're facing as the county grapples with record numbers.
Right now, Johnson County is dealing with the highest average number of new cases per day since the pandemic began. It's putting a strain on contact tracers, making it nearly impossible to keep up. We talked to the county's director of epidemiology, Elizabeth Holschuh. She says with hundreds of new cases coming in every day, the current staff simply cannot follow up with everyone. Another challenge is that many people don't cooperate with contact tracers or never call back. Right now, Johnson County has around 30 case investigators who contact those who test positive and 20 contact tracers who follow up with those patients' contacts. The county's health department is actively working to hire more staff to meet the rapidly rising demand.
I think we discussed another 40 or so case investigators. We're going to try and aim for capacity to do about 500 cases a day. But if we're honest, if our cases keep increasing, we may exceed that number here very shortly.
The director of epidemiology is pleading with everyone to wear your mask and stay home if you can, even avoid those smaller gatherings with friends. Do your part to help stop the spread. Reporting in Johnson County, Emily Hallwick, KMBC 9 News.
Yesterday, the county had the highest number of new cases in a single day since the pandemic began, with 458. Now, the county is using CARES Act funding to pay for contact tracers. They're hoping more federal aid becomes available to help pay for additional staff.
The demand for COVID-19 tests is going up. Johnson County, Kansas is offering COVID-19 testing at its Olathe drive-through clinic on Sunset Drive. Appointments are required. Now, this is only for Johnson County residents. You do not need to be showing symptoms to get tested. You can schedule an appointment at jocogov.org/schedule COVID-19 test. And here's a list of next week's COVID-19 testing locations in Kansas City, Missouri. Monday, you can get tested at Southeast High School. Tuesday's testing sites are at Kansas City University School of Medicine and Biosciences and at Friendship Baptist Church on Chelsea Drive. Testing is from 10 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. Walk-ups will be offered in the morning, but it's best to call 311 for an appointment before you go.
Moments ago, President Trump gave an update on Operation Warp Speed, the program set up to assist the development of COVID-19 vaccines. He talked about Pfizer's vaccine and how it's more than 90% effective.
We will work to secure an emergency use authorization, which should be coming down extremely soon. And my administration will then coordinate the distribution of the vaccine, and it will be approved. I think, again, it will be approved very, very quickly, we hope.
The president said the vaccine will be available to the general public as soon as April.